Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Playing with Palettes. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very excited for the words. I'm excited to do this with you guys. But welcome back. Hello. You know, if you keep finding yourself coming back on the regular, consider subscribing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I'm excited to try this again and, you know, all that good stuff. Anyways, let's go! Alright, homies, here we are, blockpalettes.com. Y'all know the drill. We got 1,263 pages to go through this time. So, what's going to be the lucky number page? It's going to be 294, and the lucky number palette number is 4. Let's go. Okay, we're on page number 294. Here we are. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like I gotta prove it, you know? Who knows? And we're gonna do palette number 4, which is this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. To help all those people out there who can't count. Okay, I'm digging this palette already. I'm digging it a little bit. The deep slate, smooth basalt, the polished basalt, and the dark oak, plus the I like the shroom white. Oh my gosh, we're dying, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm digging this, homies. I'm digging this. All right, so here we got the deep slate tile, deep slate brick, smooth basalt, polished basalt, dark oak log, and the shroom light. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I really like dark palettes. I like stuff like this. Okay, so I'm quite excited for this. Yeah. Now, like I said, I really like dark palettes. Like, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. The darker colors of this are just super nice. Like the deep slate, the basalt, the dark oak. Like, chef's kiss, baby. They are just such a vibe, and it's a vibe that I can get behind 100%. You know what I'm saying? And like, so in my own personal kind of builds and stuff like that, I use deep slate a lot because I like deep slate. And you know, the basalt in this, I ain't never really used basalt before, but dang boys, like, that's something I'm gonna have to use in the future because I am digging it. 100% recommend adding basalt to builds more because basalts are awesome. 2020, the end. Though I guess it's 2024, so that's a little awkward. But whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, my dudes. With this build, something has been on my mind when I was building, right? So it's been on my mind for a hot minute, and this has just been what I've been like thinking, yada yada yada. But something that's been on my mind with like building recently has been like the idea of like copying, right? Quotation marks, copying, plagiarism, stealing other people's ideas. No, not like that. But what I'm saying is like, okay, so take the title of this video, right? It says Luigi's mansion, Sorta, right? And so that Sorta's there for a reason, right? The inspiration for this build is from Luigi's Mansion, the first game, right? Is it an exact copy? No, but it is inspired by the mansion. You get what I'm picking up, right? You smell what I'm stepping in, hopefully. So it like follows the shape and the kind of vibe, I think. And it's inspired the choices I've made while like doing the interior and like putting the colors in a certain way, like using the basalt in that kind of way to mark the floors and stuff. Like, it inspired the choices I made while doing this build. So that's what kind of brings me to this idea of copying. One of the hardest parts of being a builder, or doing literally anything creative, I could say that, is coming up with an idea, right? And since we are doing this in Minecraft, we're doing buildings in Minecraft, we're gonna put this idea straight to that, right? So one of the hardest things is coming up with a build idea. I think it's been pretty obvious on this channel. Just about every palette I get, I'm like, what the freak am I gonna do with this? Because I don't know what I'm doing all the time, and coming up with a build is incredibly hard, right? And I think I let y'all know that. Like, I try to be honest with y'all, right? it's hard to come up with build ideas. It's hard to come up with things that make sense and are cohesive and look good, you know, especially when you have a random palette. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. I apologize for that, my dudes. I apologize. But there are lots of things out there that have already been made, right? That can help you along your journey, you know? So, right, okay. There ain't nothing wrong taking inspiration from other places, right? I think one of the greatest things you can do if you want to become good at something is watch the masters, right? Obviously, I am one of those. No. But there are people out there that are extremely good at coming up with things. And there are builds like this that are inspired by something. And there are builds that are exact replicas. So you kind of have that in-between thing, right? I've done exact replicas in the past. I've done things inspired by other things. You know, there's all things like that. And I think each has its purpose and a way to help someone, to help you become a better builder in Minecraft. And Minecraft is really weird in the way that it is a block game, right? You don't have curves, you don't have other shapes. You have blocks, you have squares. That's what I want to say. Other shapes, right? You don't have other shapes. You're stuck with the one shape. And so it's easy to play in that one shape. And so when you sit down and you copy something like brick by brick, essentially, you're able to learn new ways to maybe create shape or create colors or how to use different colors, things like that. And so I think that's great when you're able to sit down and copy a building exactly, right? When you have a building that's like an inspiration, so like with this build, it's a little different, right? So I'm not using the exact same colors. I'm not using the exact same shape. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm dying. It's fine. It's fine. No, I just had lunch, low-key. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But like in a build like this, when you have this inspiration build, right? Luigi's mansion. That's what I'm gonna call it. Luigi's mansion, right? I use that as a guide for what this building should be. Now, there are some things that are exact copies, right? The little things on the roof, bada bing, bada boom. I did that because I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm going to use that. And so there is that. But like the dark colors on this build, the green, the shape, right? It's all inspired by Luigi's mansion. And so I think that's very important, you know, is having that inspiration. Kind of be a guide. Kind of helps you, kind of like what we talked about last time is the lore, right? It kind of builds a story in for you automatically without you having to come up with something. And so it's kind of nice when you can just sit there and figure something out. But I think one of the greatest things about copying, right, from another person's build or another piece of media, piece of art, whatever the heck it is, real life even. I'm a big proponent of that. Take things you see in real life and try to make it in Minecraft, right? Whatever it is, whatever you're copying, I think it has huge benefits, right? It helps you get a direction and an idea for what to do when you got nothing else. Again, going back, one of the hardest parts about being a creative and building here in Minecraft is coming up with build ideas. And so when you're able to kind of have a guide already there where it's like, I don't want to do it exactly like this, but I like how it's presented. I like the vibe, yada, 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 whatever the heck it is, you're able to have that. It gives you an idea, right? It gives you that direction, which is so often needed, especially when you're starting out with trying something new like building in Minecraft. Plus, you know, it gives you new things to try to strengthen your building portfolio. So like I said here, like I've never used basalt. I use deep slate all the time. I know what to use with deep slate to make it look good and to make it look cool. But here I was given basalt and I was like, wow, what an awesome thing that I was able to use to just create this thing. And then again, since it is kind of a mansion-ish vibe, and I created these rooms in it, I was able to work on my interior, essentially. my interior portfolio, we'll call it that. And I was able to think of ways that I could create different rooms, like what would be in a mansion, right? If I was super rich, which I'm not, which would be awesome. But if I was super rich, like, let me think about the movies. What the heck do super rich people have in their houses? Like, oh, we'll have a pool room where people can go and play billiards, and of course you need bedrooms and stuff like that. And then like you have like the attic where it's like, okay, well, what the heck do you put up here? And again, it's like this inspiration from real life. Well, they're rich people, they're gonna have a ton of stuff that they don't use, and when something's out of style, it's just gonna be thrown out into the attic. And so you have stuff like that. And for me, I think that's just a great strength, where it's able to give you these new skills and new ideas that you can use with your building and add it to your building portfolio. I'm gonna start calling it that now. Yeah, but I like it. Anyways. But yeah, I've been wanting to build something like Luigi's mansion for a while. It's kind of been sitting in my head where I'm like, I want to build it. Me and my husband, we actually built he built Luigi's mansion in Terraria, and I think that's just gotten me been like, I want to build that in Minecraft. Anyways, so that was me. But yeah, so it's kind of been stuck in my head for a while, but I just haven't had the chance to do it yet. I haven't had the right palette, you know what I'm saying? But this palette was like perfect for this idea. And so now here we are, right? Here we are with this nice little palette. And so it's a good time, and I'm happy with how it turned out. It's definitely like one of those things where it's like, could it be better? 100%. Yeah. I don't really like the roof. I don't know why I add the spruce wood on the roof, just for like different variation. I don't know what I'd do differently with that. Probably not do it. But it's nice to be able to look at, and I just like the vibe of it, and I really like the interior, how that turned out, and splitting it up to the different rooms, it definitely helps. And so I don't know, I just really enjoyed this build, all that good stuff. I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so we're just gonna end this commentary here.